It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From Rich Giolella Field on the campus of Steinert High School, we welcome you to Monday afternoon Colonial Valley Conference Baseball on WBCB, where this afternoon it's another Battle of Hamilton as the 7-6 Steinert Spartans get set to take on the 7-4 Hamilton West Hornets. And a pleasant good afternoon to everybody alongside the Mercer County Hall of Famer Rich Fisher. I'm Jordan Hirsch. Fish, Steinert comes into this game on a bit of a roll. They've won 4 of their last 6 games. As for Hamilton West, after a 7-2 start, it's been a little shaky. Their last 2 times out, outscored 13-1 in a pair of losses against Hightstown and Lawrence. Fish, both of these teams, they've already beat Nottingham so far this year. So on top of these 2 squads, for Steinert, trying to continue their momentum, and Hamilton West trying to get back to their winning ways. Today is also a battle for Hamilton supremacy.
Yeah, if there was a Joe Logue trophy in baseball like they have in football, this would be for the Joe Logue trophy. But there isn't, so it's not. It's just for Hamilton supremacy. But, yeah, you talk about the way these 2 teams have going. Both of them have scuffled offensively this year, and both are trying to regain some offense after their last game. For Hamilton, it's been the last 2 games. The Hornets got just 1 hit against Hightstown and Lawrence total. One of the problems is they went against 2 of the CVC's better pitchers, and Anthony Benitez, who had a 5-inning no-hitter, and Deacon Moore, who gave up just 1 hit in 6 frames. But overall, the Hornets have just a .215 average, and it has not helped them that leading hitter Bryce Bolognini is likely out for the season. Bryce suffered a right leg injury, and that is a huge hit for West, as Bolognini was hitting .545 before getting hurt. So that leaves Luke Radoslavich and A.J. Zuccarella as the lone 300 hitters. Without much protection around them, it's tough to get good pitches to hit. And it doesn't get any easier for West today with Steinert starter Frank Mazzella. He's forged a .242 ERA. Had a couple of tough outings against Lawrence and Allentown. He's been stellar in his last 2 starts against PDS and Hopewell. Threw a complete game in the Spartans' 8-inning win over Hopewell. Hornets are going to want to swing the bat today. Mazzella pitches to contact, only averages 1 walk per every 3+ innings and 1 strikeout every 2 innings. West needs to start making contact. It struck out 19 times in its last 12 innings. They maybe need to shorten up the swings, hit the ball where it's pitched, don't try and do too much, and as West usually does, try to manufacture runs. When you're not hitting the ball, you got to manufacture runs. Now, Steinert has not struggled quite as much at the plate. They're at .254 as a team, but they're coming off a tough outing against Hunter and Central. They had just got 4 hits in the 7-1 setback. Prior to that, they were starting to hit the ball a little better. 9 hits against Hightstown, 8 against Hopewell. Caden Hurley and John Cabrera have both been red hot, getting their averages over 400. And Nico Feniello has been pretty stellar off the bench with 5 hits and 8 at-bats. But like Hamilton, they're not surrounded by big-time hitters at the moment. No one else is over 300. They're going to stay. Steinert's going to face junior Daniel Vergara, who got a no decision in his only other start against Lawrenceville and picked up a win in relief against PDS. In 6 innings, Vergara's allowed 4 hits, 4 walks, and a hit batter while yielding just 1 unearned run. He struck out 4. So given his penchant for walks, Steinert may want to be a little patient today, see if they can work some free passes and then cash in on it. Again, like Hamilton, the Spartans will try to manufacture some runs. This is pretty much an ancient rivalry in Mercer County. Usually produces some really good games, so we will see if they can live up to that billing today, my friend.
Yes, we will, Fish. And today's game on WBCB is being brought to you by Team Toyota, the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Kessel Dermatology, the New Jersey Education Association, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, Saul Funeral Homes, the Trenton Thunder, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, DiLorenzo's The Berg, now open in Hamilton, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Hun School of Princeton, Chris's Auto Body, the Trentonian, Hyundai of Trenton, the Hamilton Township Education Association, and Haldeman Ford. Both these teams have already taken down Nottingham. The winner of this game goes 2-0 in 2026 against their crosstown rivals. Will it be Hamilton West or will it be Steinert? The answer to that question lies next on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Back here from Steinert, Frankie Mazzella, the left-hander, getting his warm-up tosses in for the Spartans. And let's take a look at the lineup he's going to face today for Hamilton West. Leading it off will be the shortstop Tyrone Krupe. Then it's the center fielder Luke Radoslavich, followed by first baseman Bobby Lipset. The catcher A.J. Zuccarello bats cleanup, followed by pitcher Daniel Vergara, and the second baseman batting sixth is Joaquin Gutierrez. The bottom three in Jerry Gomez's order: the third baseman Noah Lesperance, right fielder Connor Drudy, and the left fielder is Chris Lockington. Taking on Frank Mazzella today, who fished this season sporting that 2.42 ERA in 26 innings. Not a big strikeout guy, just 13 strikeouts on the year. He's controlled the walks, though, this season, just 8 of them. He had 8 last season in 8 fewer innings pitched. And his last time out, man, he was a workhorse for sure at Hopewell Valley last week in a 5-4 win. Went 8 innings, pitched into extras, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And now dealing with this Hamilton West order that's looking to bounce back from a couple of tough games without their star player, Bryce Bolognini.
Yeah, they not only miss him his bat, but his arm. We saw him pitch a heck of a game against Nottingham earlier this year, so that's a tough loss.
First pitch of this afternoon's ball game is a fastball fly towards right field. Nick Lepore ranging back, and he puts it away. 1 pitch, 1 out, and number 1, Tyrone Krupe, sent back to the dugout.
Yep. Wind blowing out to right there. So you saw Lepore sort of have to scamper back a little bit to play with the wind. But we said Hamilton's going to have to be aggressive here, and they were on that first at-bat going after the first pitch.
This is Luke Radoslavich, the sophomore. He's already surpassed his hit total from last season in 8 fewer at-bats. 11 hits on the season, batting .324, and he takes a called strike at 0-1. Hamilton coming off a 3-1 loss on Friday against Lawrence. That one's down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Hamilton West sporting a 7-4 record. They began the year 5-0 against CVC opponents, but of course these 2 straight losses as they try to get back in the win column against these CVC teams. Been outscored 13-1 in their last 2 and 20-9 since Bolognini went down with the injury. And their offense, Fish, has been one thing, and we'll talk about it a little later on in today's game, but the pitching has also kind of struggled. They followed suit. And the 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball outside. The count goes even.
Yeah, the pitching, well, It said NJ.com says they have a team ERA at 2.31.
A lot of that's from the work they did at the beginning of the year, however.
You're talking about lately.
Yeah, they gave up only 18 runs in their first 8 games. They've given up 19 in their last 3.
Right. I see what you're saying, yeah. Yeah, all of a sudden, things kind of went south.
2-2, shot back towards the middle. That's going to leak into right center field for a base hit. Luke Radoslavich continues to hit the ball well.
He just kind of placed that nicely. Just through the infield.
You kind of hit on all the baseball cliches in your open, Fish, and one of them you talked about was just hitting the ball where it's pitched, right?
Yeah.
And Radoslavich not trying to do too much right there. Hits it back where it came from.
Yep. They're cliches, but they're true.
There's a reason they're cliches.
Yeah. If I can come up with some better terms for that stuff.
The batter now is Bobby Lipset, the first baseman. Left on left, the pitch from Mazzella. Cut on and missed.
I'd like to send get well wishes out to our PA man, Andrew Sinclairis, who's not here today. And we hope you get better, Andrew, because you kind of stuck us here with Tony Piscata. So, you better get back here quick. We love Tony. We're just kidding. Kind of.
It seems we're going to pick up where we left off in terms of our friendly battle with whoever the PA man is here at Steinert.
Yes. Well, Tony's a PA man, but he's also a teacher, a coach, a writer. He is definitely the jack of all trades. He says he can't keep a job, but he always can find a job.
That one's way outside, off the glove of Hurley. And advancing to second base goes Radoslavich.
That's big. Now you get them over there in scoring position. We're playing without a scoreboard today, by the way.
Yeah, we're keeping the count in our heads today, Fish.
Yeah.
Got to be on your toes.
Oh.
You're always on your toes, though. I don't have to tell you. Pitch to Lipset. That one tails outside.
Yeah, we even had Steinert coach, the chef Giolella, up here trying to work on the scoreboard, as if he didn't have enough to worry about before a game.
It was all hands on deck up here about 10 minutes before first pitch.
Yeah, I came in. I was like, holy mackerel, what's happening?
That one's hit foul back towards the screen. Count 3 balls and 2 strikes. On Lipset, runner out there at second base, 1 down here in the top of the first. Payoff pitch is outside, ball 4.
Good at bat by Lipset.
And conversely, after Mazzella was able to get the first batter of the game down on 1 pitch, now a single and a walk has set the table for A.J. Zuccarello.
Yep. Then he's thrown a few more pitches, too. I mean, what was Radoslavich's count? What was it, like 2-2 or something when he got that hit? Or was it less than that?
See, I can keep track of the count for the batter that's at the plate.
Yeah,
Going back, though, you might be asking too much. Brianne's saying it was 2-2. Glad she's on it.
There you go. I'm impressed by myself remembering it. Because I don't even think I even knew it at the time.
Count no balls and 1 strike on A.J. Zuccarello, who lines this one towards the right center field gap. That's correct, Fish. It is trouble, rolling all the way to the wall. 1 run will score. DeFrancis has some trouble with it out there in center. Lipset's going to cross the plate as well. And Hamilton West is on the board early. They take a 2-0 lead off the 2-run double from A.J. Zuccarello.
Yeah, and you could see that was going to be a gapper the way it went. It went straight for a little bit, but then it tailed. It was like a slice in golf. It just tailed right away from DeFrancis, and there was nobody had any shot at getting that. And because it was on the line, it bounced out to the fence. So cleared the bases, and nice job by A.J. Zuccarello.
Courtesy runner for Hamilton West is Edwin Vargas, and the batter is Danny Vergara trying to help his own cause. Vergara, he had 3 RBIs in a win last Tuesday over Lawrenceville. That was the last time Hamilton West got to shake hands. Spinning a throwback, and Vargas was in standing up and might have been better off opting for the dive.
Second base, number 9, Edwin Vargas.
Mazzella looking to settle things down here in the top of the first. And Vergara takes a fastball up and in. It's 0-1. Danny Vergara has been perhaps the most patient hitter for Hamilton West this season with a 25% walk rate. He's walked in 8 of his 32 plate appearances this year.
Wow.
He skies this one foul and out of play. It's always nice to have a guy like that, especially at this level, that can just make the pitchers have to throw a ton of pitches and not be an easy out.
Yeah, I mean, he's not hitting great, but, when you take his on-base percentage, it's double what his batting average is. So.
Yeah, just 3 hits and 24 at-bats, but those 8 walks are second on the team, actually. A.J. Zuccarello has 10 in 35 plate appearances, or 37, I should say. Another spin and a throwback, and again, Vargas doesn't want to get the uniform dirty.
It's interesting. We said that Mazzella doesn't walk a lot of guys, but what happens? The one walk he gives up in this inning comes around to score.
1-1 pitch. That rides high. 2 balls and a strike, the count on Vergara. And that's what we were seeing a lot of last week in that game against Heightstown, where the walks were really hurting both sides. Mm-hmm. In that 9-7 Steinert win that seems to have really sparked this team. Ended up beating Hopewell Valley a couple days later, as this one's rolled into left field, a base hit for Vargas. Or Vergara, rather. Vargas gets the stop sign at third. And they're on the corner, still 1 down, and here comes Joaquin Gutierrez.
Now batting number 13, Joaquin.
Hamilton's coming out. They have a good approach. They're not swinging. They're not helping. They're not really. They haven't swung at bad pitches at all. They've taken all the balls that there are to take.
They're getting close to their magic number, Fish, which is 4. When they score 4 or more runs this season, 5-0. Less than 4, just 2-4 is the record. Rick Freeman's going to make the trot out to the mound and have a word with his left-hander. He's given up some hard contact. The last hit from Vergara just kind of found a hole in between third base and shortstop, but Radoslavich and Zuccarello both with hard-hit baseballs, and the walk to Lipset in the middle of that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Radoslavich, it was basically a ground ball, but he put it in the hole. They were kind of playing him over to the right side, and he got good contact. He did hit it better than his last one, but Zuccarello's was the shot.
Folks, unfortunately, our scoreboard is not working today, so we apologize for the inconvenience.
It's good of Tony to let everybody know what's going on.
Yeah, they probably couldn't see for themselves that the scoreboard's not working.
First pitch to Gutierrez, ground ball towards shortstop. Up with it there is Bacanico. He goes the short way to second. And a run does score on the fielder's choice, and it's 3-0 Hamilton West.
It was actually a nice play by Bacanico. Had to go over range and then make a throw, and there was no way it was a double play ball.
Now Noah Lesperance will be the 7th man to come to the plate in this first inning. And the throw back, and they've got the runner picked. Steinert executes the run down to perfection, and they get out of this inning. They don't leave anybody on base, but 3 do come across, and it's Hamilton West 3, Steinert coming up here on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Since 1899, proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business that proudly supports our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it the most. You can learn more by visiting their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. And just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half-season ticket memberships as well as multi-game packs are on sale now for the 2026 season. Danny Vergara out there on the mound. He was part of a 3-run inning in the top of the first for Hamilton West, so he's working with the lead. And he's going to face a Steinert order that looks like this. Leading it off will be the center fielder, Dom DeFrancis. Then second baseman, Stephen Wright, and the catcher, Caden Hurley, bats third. Third baseman, Anthony Prostacimo, hits cleanup, followed by designated hitter Matt Morris. And the right fielder, Nick Lepore. The bottom three, first baseman, Jason Fisher. Shortstop, J.J. Bacanico. And the left fielder is John Copera. Facing Danny Vergara, making his third appearance of the season. Last time out, April 20th against Lawrenceville. 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was not earned. He walked 2, and he struck out 2. He's gone 3 innings in each of his 2 appearances this season, Fish, so perhaps Jerry Gomez looking for some more length out of Vergara this afternoon.
Yeah, I think one was a start and one was a relief appearance. But yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Dom DeFrancis set to lead it off for Steinert, already trailing 3-0 in this one. DeFrancis showing some more signs of life at the plate. 4 for 11 in his last 4 games after he opened the season 4 for 25.
So Brian Giolello was nice enough to bring the media guides up here, or the whatever they're calling them, programs. Steinert, I guess there's like a media guide. And because of that, we can tell you that the all-time record in this series, Steinert leads it 77-49. That's a .611 winning percentage. How about that, buddy?
How about that? It's been even better, actually, as of late. In the NJ.com era, which goes back to 2011, Steinert 17-6 in 23 meetings. And they've won 10 of their last 11 here at home. Count 3 balls and no strikes to the leadoff man, DeFrancis. 3-0 pitch is just a bit low, ball 4.
Well, obviously that's the last thing you want to do. Your team gives you 3 runs to start the game, and you walk the first batter you face.
Now batting for the Spartans.
And we said he has control issues. He's got 4 walks in his 6 innings. That's not really that great. And, said that Steinert might want to take a patient approach. And they are.
He's missed with his first 5 pitches, and the last few haven't really been too far off. But Steinert, you're right. You could tell early on in this game they're going to look to make Vergara come to them. Steinert last time out, a 7-1 loss against Hunterdon Central on Saturday. As Wright takes a pitch over the outside corner, it's a called strike. Steinert, of course, 10 of their last 11 here at home over Hamilton West. They've won 6 of their last 7 against the Hornets overall. And that one's taken high. Snap throw down to first. DeFrancis is back. Spartans' problem this season, Fish, while their offense has been spotty, it's really been the pitching. They've allowed 6.5 runs per game so far, which, if that stat held, it would be the first time in the NJ.com era allowing that many runs per game, and just the second time they've allowed over 5.
Yeah, well,
It's a team that's normally built around pitching. They haven't really needed their offense to do a whole lot in recent years.
No, but, yeah, it's finally got a strike over.
Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on right.
Oh, we had another strike? I was busy studying my media guide.
Yeah, while you were studying, Vergara dropped in a pitch on the outside corner.
Okay.
Always studious, Rich Fisher.
Well, I have a trivia question for you. Steinert is undefeated against a few teams. Nothing crazy, like 30-0 or anything like that. But what team are they?
Runner goes, pitches hit foul.
Well, that had to be a hit and run, I guess, huh? On 3-2. That's yeah, okay. The opinion up here is he just swung at a bad pitch. But I was going to say hit and run on 3-2 is not conventional.
Runner goes again, pitches popped up, and it's going to reach the seats.
Anyway, what team does Steinert have the most wins against, and how many that they are undefeated against? I will tell you they are a member of the CVC.
Runner goes, and again, the pitch is hit foul. Well, I'll give you my best shot. If you know the answer, you could DM us on Instagram, WBCB_SN. How about we get back to that in a few innings, and if somebody DMs us and they get it right, we can give them a shout-out on air.
Wow. I didn't know I was creating a monster with this. I was just telling you. By the way, Stephen Wright is having a very good at-bat here. Fouled off 3 straight 3-2 pitches.
This is going to be the 9th pitch of this at-bat. We'll see if DeFrancis is off from first again. Vergara steps off. Stephen Wright struggling a bit, 2 for 15 since April 11th. The runner goes, the pitch is hooked foul, and we'll do it again.
Don DeFrancis is going to be exhausted just running to second for no reason for a lot of times.
Well, he's getting his cardio in.
Yes, he is. I was just going to say, why don't you throw to first once? You've seen him take off 4 straight times. Pay
Yes.
a little attention to him.
Especially considering that's been the trend this season, it feels like, in Mercer County. We've seen a lot of throwovers. Runner goes, pitch is slapped into left field, and Stephen Wright wins the battle. He's aboard, and it's 2 on with nobody out. And here comes Caden Hurley, and how about that AB from Stephen Wright?
That was an award-winning AB by Stephen Wright. Just kept wasting good pitches. Well, he wasted 1 bad pitch. It would have been a ball 4, but he just kept hanging in, and then a nice line single.
Batter now, Caden Hurley, who since coming back from a 4-game absence in the middle of this month, he's on a 4-game hit streak in which he's hit 7 for 11 with a double and 4 RBIs.
Good.
Breaking ball that could not quite drop in over the plate. Three multi-hit games in that stretch for Hurley. One of them came the last time we were on air here at Steinert. And that one squirts through the 5-hole of Zuccarello. Both runners will advance 90 feet. And a wild pitch puts runners on second and third for Steinert. Still nobody out.
Are you channeling your inner Flyers game there through the 5-hole?
Getting ready for Game 5 tonight.
Yeah. Well, Vergara is definitely struggling right now. He's struggling with location. He's
2-0 pitch. That one's in there, called strike. And that's a good spot. Right on the outside corner to make it 2-1.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to hit. Dave Perry, our home plate umpire. The veteran Dave Perry. He's been around for almost forever.
That one's taken high. 3 balls and 1 strike. The 4-game hit streak, by the way, for Hurley, it's the second longest of his career. He had a 6-gamer last season, which included a 3-for-3 effort in the first round of the CVC tournament for Steinert in their win over Hamilton West. Count 3-1, and that's ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Vergara, and the bases are juiced for the cleanup man, Anthony Prostacimo.
Yep. He is definitely struggling with that control, and Steinert is doing exactly what it needs to do. Taking the pitches, being patient. Well, that's tough, man. You get your team. You get 3 runs in the top of the first, and now you're facing a potential big inning right here in the bottom of the first.
Alan Elliott's going to head over to first and courtesy run. Prostacimo this season hitting an even .250, 7 for 28. All 7 of those hits are singles, and he's driven in 7 as well, Fish. 7 RBIs, good for, tied for second on the squad. He's part of the middle of this order that's been playing a lot better recently. He's 5 for his last 11. All 7 of those RBIs have come in the last 3 games for Prostacimo. And he falls behind 0-1.
They were languishing like in 230s, 240 as a team, up over 250 now, which doesn't sound great, but from where it started.
Bases full of Spartans, down 3-0 in the pitch. That's in there. It's a called strike, too. The first 0-2 count now for Vergara as he looks to pick up what would be a big first out here in inning number 1.
Yeah. Hamilton playing the corner infielders in here. Double play depth with their middle infielders.
The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball towards second. Gutierrez has it, goes to second for 1. Return feed, not in time. Prostacimo legs it out. He drives in a run. It's a 3-1 ball game, and still 1 down for Matt Morris.
Yeah, that ball was hit a little too slow to be a double play ball. Prostacimo did a good job getting down the line. Well, Prostacimo did his job. Got to run home. Got the other runner over.
And now here is Matt Morris, who snapped an 0 for 10 with a hit on Saturday. The struggles go back beyond that. 2 for his last 18. First pitch swinging here, pops it up. Foul territory. Back is the first baseman, Lipset. It's going to fall in no man's land.
A lot of room in foul territory here.
We certainly learned that last week. Perhaps a little too much room.
I don't know if the room had anything to do with that call. There could be a foot of room, and that would have been a bad call. Ooh,
that smoked up the middle for a base hit. Matt Morris with a ringing single, and the deficit is cut to 1.
Morris just ripped that straight up the middle.
Now batting, number 5, Nick Lepore.
Well, Steinert didn't even blink at that 3-0 deficit.
They've come out ready to hit, and we're going to have another mound visit now for Hamilton West.
That's it. He's out.
Yeah, he hands Jerry Gomez the ball, and they're going to make a change.
It looks like Vergara's going out to right. Number 9 is, oh no, Vergara's going to second.
Yeah. We'll step aside, and we'll have all the particulars when we come back here on WBCB.
Now pitching for the Hornets, number 9.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorn.com.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Back here from Steinert, the new hurler for Hamilton West is Edwin Vargas. Danny Vergara goes just a third of an inning. He's allowed 2 runs, and the 2 runners on base are his responsibility. That one's fouled away from Nick Lepore. It's 0-1.
Yeah, that's got to be a little frustrating for Hamilton. You get that quick 3 spot, and now you're in danger of losing it all and maybe more.
That one's in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Danny Vergara goes from the mound to second base, sending Joaquin Gutierrez out to right field, and Connor Drudy comes out before recording an at-bat. So Vargas is going to bat in the 8 position. I guess unless, of course, they say Drudy's a designated hitter.
Well, then, you know what? They could do that, too. Well, I don't know, because he didn't start the game listed as a designated hitter. I mean, he may be able to re-enter for 1 at-bat, but I don't know.
That one's in there. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Lepore. I guess we'll figure it out next inning.
Yeah, I mean, don't you have to designate that a guy is a DH? Right, they didn't have one listed in the lineup, so you can't keep him in as a DH. You can re-enter him for an at-bat.
So wait, Drudy is the spot he went into?
Huh?
Drudy is the spot the pitcher's in?
Yes.
Runners on second and first. 1 down here in the bottom of the first for Nick Lepore. The 2-2 from Vargas upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Vargas now, since he's been called upon, he's got to be a guy who comes in and is a stopper for Hamilton West.
Absolutely.
Payoff pitch to Lepore. High pop-up, back of second. Calling for it, the shortstop Krupe, and he ranges all the way over to where it could have just been an easy play for Vergara.
Yeah.
And that's a weird-looking P6.
Yes, it is. Well, again, you got that wind blowing that way, too, so he might have – it might have been closer to the shortstop when it started out, and then ball might have drifted over there a little bit, and he didn't want to, once he said he got it, and everybody else backed off, he had to go get it.
Jason Fisher, the batter, hitting 154 this year.
That was a snow cone there. Almost got past him.
I will say, Fish, that pop-up, when it left the bat, it did look like it was going to land probably right behind second base.
Yeah, it took a little ride.
1-0. Fisher, a wave and a miss. High pop-up once again, foul territory, and it's in and out of the glove of the third baseman, Les Perrance.
Well, you had 3 guys converging. That kind of made it a little tough for the, for him to keep focus on. And really, I think Vargas should have stayed out of that and just let it be between the pitcher and the third baseman, or catcher and the third baseman, but.
New life now for Fisher. And it's very short-lived as he takes a pitch on the inside corner called strike 3. So a good job by Edwin Vargas to get out of trouble. He keeps his team in front. 3-2 Hamilton West. We go to the second on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBSports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everybody to stay up to date on recommended vaccines. Whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot, Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. You can learn more by visiting hamiltonnj.com/health. And now open in Hamilton, De Lorenzo's The Berg, 147 Sloan Avenue. De Lorenzo's is proud to be back in Hamilton, serving the highest quality pizza with warm, friendly service since 1938. The slew of early game defensive changes continues as Marco Giambrone is going to take the place of Jason Fisher at first base.
Noah Spartans.
Is that it? That's not much of a slew.
It's a slew going back to last inning.
Oh, okay.
I'm not used to scribbling in the score sheet this much in the second inning.
Yeah.
And it is Edwin Vargas in the on-deck circle right now for Hamilton West. So Connor Drudy removed before he gets an at-bat. Here's Noah Lesperance, who was up at the plate last inning when Joaquin Gutierrez was thrown out on the base paths. And he takes a first pitch slider down and in. Lesperance, one of 6 hitters on this team, Fish, who has at least 13 at-bats and is hitting under 200.
Yeah, that's what you call struggling.
1-0, a wave and a miss. Lesperance himself is 1 for his last 12 in Hamilton West's last 5 games. We saw them break out in the first. Lesperance looking to continue that trend, and he loops one into right field for a leadoff single.
Good 2-strike hitting there. You know, it never fails. I turn my scorebook over to put these defensive changes in, and then I forget to flip it back. And then I put what the Steinert batter did on that at bat, and then I got to scribble. You have to remind me next time. Turn your scorebook over.
I'll tell it to you on air. How about that? Everybody can remind you.
Oh,
that was close at first.
Real close.
Base umpire says safe. And no, we do not have a review system here in high school. It would be very cool if we did.
Would it? That would just drag the game out more.
That one hit him, but they're going to say he offered at it.
He offered on the bunt. Tough way to get a strike called on you.
No secret as to what the game plan is for Edwin Vargas.
No.
And he takes up and away, ball 2.
That's what you should have done on the ball that hit him.
Or ball 1, rather. The count's screwing me up already.
Focus.
That one just misses. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. And I'll tell you what, for what's a clear sacrifice attempt, Lesperance does not have a big lead over there at first.
Well, Mazzella's got that really good move over there. Just, you know, what he's done already, picking a guy off and coming close.
Bunted in the air, foul. It's 2-2, and we'll see if the play's still on now.
I would highly doubt it. But you never know.
Vargas this year, he's 0 for 9. He's been the guy filling in the lineup for the most part in Bryce Bolognini's absence. Today it was Connor Drudy who got the start, but Vargas finds his way in there. I think eventually Mazzella's going to pick somebody off today. He's got a good move, and G. Ambrone's getting that tag down real quick.
Well, he did pick somebody off.
That one's a swing and a miss, strike 3. I mean like a traditional way.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, you might be right. Well, he throws over there a lot.
Chris Lockington, the batter, another snap throw. L'Esperance only has a couple step lead, but if he ventures further than that, there could be some trouble.
Yep. It's a great way to be able to control a running game because Hamilton likes to run. But, you know, you got a lefty on the mound. I mean, lefties have a better shot at getting you to begin with, but then when you have a good move and you're a lefty, that just doubles it up.
Flied foul, it's 0-2. The Hamilton West, they've already stolen 32 bags this year. Now 19 of those belong to Bolognini.
Yeah, they really lost a huge key to that lineup. That's his senior year. That just sucks.
0-2 is a fastball that just misses outside.
That looked pretty good.
Lockington 0 for 3 in his last 2 games, and he was on a 4-game hit streak before that. That was after beginning the year 0 for 17. He's riding the roller coaster in his sophomore season.
We're seeing something right now.
He's down on strike. So back-to-back strikeouts for Mazzella.
That didn't last. I was going to say we're seeing something now we never see here. No win. The flags were totally motionless, but now as soon as I go to say it, well, now they stopped again.
Tyrone Krupe, the batter, he flew out on the first pitch that he saw last inning. And this time he takes, and it's a fastball inside. Krupe now 0 for his last 9, 2 for his last 19. Another throw over. Krupe does not have a hit in his last 3 games, which is tied for the longest streak of his 4-year career. Goes all the way back to his freshman year, the last time he didn't hit in 3 straight. That one's popped up foul territory, and it'll find the seats. And if Krupe doesn't get a hit today, Fish, it would be a new career high for most games in a row without recording a knock.
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he does not want to set that mark.
No, he does not, and
he's been a pretty good hitter through the years with the Hornets.
He's got very good numbers in his career against Steinert, 7 for 14.
Ooh, good pitch. There goes that wind again. That didn't last long.
Count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Krupe. Mazzella looking for his 3rd straight K. And he'll have to wait.
Should be a good inning for him to get out of. I mean, he'd have a bounce back inning after giving up 3 in the first. He'd also have a shutdown inning after Steiner got him 2 in the bottom of the first.
Way outside, nicks off the glove of Hurley. L'Esperance is going to go to second. Second wild pitch in as many innings for Mazzella.
Yeah, that one was up there. Got a runner out there now. You can knock him in if you're Hamilton.
Ground ball towards shortstop. Mechanico's got it, and he whips it across in time. No runs, 1 hit. 1 left for Hamilton West in the inning. Will go to the bottom of the second. West leading this one 3-2.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Today's game is brought to you as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office during National Crime Victims' Rights Week. We honor crime victims and survivors, recognize the professionals and volunteers who provide critical services to victims of crime, and raise awareness about crime victims' rights and resources. You can learn more by visiting www.mercercountyprosecutor.com. Chris's Auto Body hopes you're enjoying today's game. They're 20 short minutes away from Hamilton Township in Fairless Hills. Chris's Auto Body, family owned and operated by Hamiltonians, and have been in business over 60 years. You can find their 3 convenient locations. Business Route 1 Fairless Hills, also in Lambertville and in New Hope. And don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you could read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. The old adage goes, you make a good play in the field and you lead off the next inning, and that's exactly what's going to happen here for J.J. Bacanico.
Yeah, the good old adage.
First pitch swinging, sends it skyward. Foul territory. Lip set over. Does he have room? No.
That was a tease.
There's a lot of fake souvenirs being handed out today. And we say they're fake because, of course, you have to give the baseballs back.
That's right.
A 1 is a sword. No balls and 2 strikes to count on Bacanico.
You know, Steinert has not had a losing season since 1985. 41 years.
I remember we talked about it in one of the games earlier this year, and how I had mentioned that they hadn't had a losing season since 2011, and you said it goes back further than that. Well, you were right, and then some.
1985, they were 13-14.
That one's bounced foul, so Bacanico stays alive. You're really having a field day with the media guide.
Yeah, I like this, seeing all this stuff.
This is actually the first time that I've ever seen Fish read.
I'm just looking at the pictures.
Picture tells 1,000 words, right? Bacanico pops this one up. This one's on the infield. Vargas says he has it, and he does. 1 down, 3 in a row retired, and here comes John Capera.
Now batting, number 17, John Capera.
I'm like the opposite of those people. Remember the old thing when people would buy Playboy magazine and then they didn't want to seem like they were looking at it for the girls. They go, well, I just buy it for the stories. I'm the opposite of that. I look at the media guy for the pictures.
Why was that the first one that popped into your head, Fish?
Why was what the first one?
There were a ton of different metaphors you could have used.
Yeah, that was the one.
Pitch to Capera's upstairs.
What? You come up with another metaphor.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I want to. I don't think I can actually follow that up.
Because it was the right metaphor.
High chop towards third. Lesperance was playing in, and the throw's off the glove of Lipset. It goes down the right field line. Capera is already around second. He's going to get to third. It's going to be a 2-base error. Nobody's covering home right now, and
wow.
I don't think Capera recognized it. Steinert was screaming and saying, hey, come home. Hamilton West perhaps lucky that he's only on third.
So you're saying that's an infield single?
It would have been a tough play.
All right. Single.
It would have been close at first, and the way that scoring is going nowadays will give him the hit.
All right. We can't see what they're giving in the dugout like usual because the scoreboard's not working.
That shot back through the middle, a base hit, and this game is tied. Dom DeFrancis wastes no time, and we're all even at 3.
No, he didn't. First pitch hitting, and boom. Right up the middle.
Number 12, Stephen Wright.
And so the top 3 in this order, Fish, have still yet to record an out. Here comes Stephen Wright. He singled, came around to score last inning.
There he goes.
Pitch is grounded up the middle, and the race to the bag is won by Steinert. And the throw to first is in time, so DeFrancis, because he was going, is on second base, and still a nice job by Krupe to make the play over to first and not rush it.
Yeah, it was, because you might have a little bit of a letdown, like, oh, I didn't get it, and you might forget, well, I still have a shot at getting him at first, and Krupe didn't bat an eye. He stepped and threw. But, yeah, running on the pitch, that was a dead double play ball if he hadn't have been running.
Here's Caden Hurley, runner on second, 2 down, a chance to give Steinert their first lead. He falls behind 0-1. We talked about Hamilton West, their magic number being 4. Steinert's magic number is 5. They're 7-0 when they score 5 or more, 0-6 when they score under that mark. That one's in there for a called strike. It's 0-2. Caden Hurley looking to keep the hot streak going and put Steinert on top. The 0-2 pitch. Wave and a miss. He got him. Good job by Vargas to strike out one of the hotter hitters in the CVC on 3 pitches. He does allow the game-tying hit, however. His defense didn't help him out much. We'll go to the third, all even at 3. Here from Steinert.
At the end of 2 innings, the score, Steinert 3.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Over 1,400 tariff-free cars ready to go at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue, Ewing Township. Hyundai Konas, Palisades, Tucson, Santa Fe's, Elantras, all priced for immediate sale. No one has a selection or special pricing that Hyundai of Trenton has. Again, that's over 1,400 tariff-free cars, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. And celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Fish, it's your favorite chant going on right now, the Hay Chant.
I love this song. I love the Hay song. I don't know the name of it. I just call it the Hay song.
Rock and roll part 2.
Oh, okay. I like the Hay song better.
The youngest guy in the booth knows that.
I like it.
Leading off for the Hornets in the top of the 3rd inning, number 20, Luke Radoslavich.
It's going to be 2, 3, and 4 due up for Hamilton West. Luke Radoslavich, Bobby Lipset, and A.J. Zuccarello. Their 3-0 lead took only 2 innings for Steinert to erase. And now the slate is clean. And Luke Radoslavich, who started the rally in the 1st inning with a single, he came around to score. He digs in for plate appearance number 2. First pitch is in there, called strike. Mazzella starting to pound the zone a little bit more. He's retired now for the last 5 hitters that he's faced. And he works his way ahead, 0-2.
So Steinert's only had 7 losing seasons since it became a program in 1959. 7 losing seasons in 67 years.
I will say, Fish, that we don't have an answer that's been submitted for our trivia question as of yet.
Nah, I don't think anybody cares.
That one's a check swing, appeal down, no swing, and the count's even 2-2. I don't know. Me and Nick Gallagher, we used to do trivia questions during football season covering the Chamonix, and people would chime in.
Yeah, well, that's a kind of, I don't know, I'm not even quite sure if people would understand the question. I mean, what team are they undefeated against and have the most wins against? I mean, I don't know. I'm going to give you the answer. It is Princeton Day School, the newest member of the CVC.
Or do you want to give their record? That's not who I would have guessed, by the way.
Oh, it was 6-0. They're 6-0 against PDS.
High pop-up. We've seen a lot of those today. The Wind's pushing it towards second, and Stephen Wright makes the play.
Now batting, number 3.
I actually don't know who I would have guessed.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, PDS is the only one that makes sense. All these other schools have been around for a long time. You're going to lose to them sooner or later.
This is Bobby Lipset, who walked in the first. And he takes a first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
What, is it 6-0 or 8-0? I think it's 8-0. That doesn't matter.
You're reading but not retaining.
Yeah. Well, I think they were 6-0 against 2 other teams.
Slow roller towards short, charging Bacanico. Gloves, fires. No, not in time. They say G. Ambrone came off the base.
Well, what do you give there? That's a tough one.
I guess you have to give an error if they're going to say the throw pulled him off the bag. I don't know. I don't know if he ever came off the base.
Well, yeah, but if he's called that, then I guess what? You got to give an error, right?
Yeah, you got to go E6,
Yeah.
which is a shame because Bacanico made a really nice play on that.
Yeah, he made a really good play, yeah.
That was almost a balk from Mazzella. He almost didn't let the baseball go. Zuccarello has the big hit on the day for Hamilton West, the 2-run double last inning. That counts 1 ball and no strikes on the Hornets cleanup man. Zuccarello this season now 9 for 26. And those RBIs extended his team lead. He's now got 9. That one must have missed a bit high. That one's in there. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Ball had a little break on it at the very end, come right over the plate.
He almost looked like a 2-seamer that time that just caught the corner.
Yeah.
Zuccarello waited on that one and spoiled it foul. And we hope that foul ball doesn't hit your car, but if it does, you could take it to Chris's Auto Body with 3 convenient locations, including Business Route 1 and Fairless Hills. Count even on Zuccarello. Runner on first, 1 down. And the pitch is sprayed foul. We'll do it again.
Nice crowd on here today, as there usually is when Steinert plays Hamilton, and especially when you have nice weather like we have today.
Especially when they know that Rich Fisher is around.
That's what's keeping the crowd down.
That one's flied towards center. DeFrancis kind of stumbling back on it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 down now.
Yeah, that pitch looked like if he'd have hit it right, he could have put it, looked like it hung up there a little bit, but he got under it and lifted it for a easy fly ball.
Yeah, you kind of took the words out of my mouth there, Fish, and I don't think Mazzella wants to keep throwing it in that location.
No.
This is Danny Vergara. He singled and drove in a run back in the first, rather.
You know, he didn't drive in a run. Gutierrez did. Didn't he?
That's right. Vergara had the single. And
yeah. Gutierrez had the fielder's choice. You know, Vergara would like to make up for a tough day on the mound. Kind of keep this little rally going, make it a bigger rally.
Pitch to Vergara is taken for a strike at the knees. Fish, you've missed the most important part of this media guide. There's a coupon for 15% off Brothers Pizza.
No, I saw it.
I'm surprised you didn't mention it.
Oh, I didn't know we were allowed if they're not a sponsor.
We, of course, recommend DiLorenzo's The Berg on here.
Nice save. Nice save, Ladar.
Oh, they've got the runner leading, and Lipset is picked off. There you go. The prediction comes true. Mazzella with a pickoff at first to end the frame. No runs, no hits, and nobody left. We'll go to the bottom of the third, locked at 3 here at Steinert.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorn.com.
Campers are going to explore Hun's 45-acre campus and use their academic buildings for art crafts, mini STEM projects, performing arts, Lego builds, and weekly design challenges at the Hun School of Princeton, grades K through 7, June 22nd through July 24th. And just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half-season ticket memberships as well as multi-game packs are on sale now for the 2026 season.
Man, I wish every team gave us these little media guides like this. There's all kinds of cool stuff in here. Who does Steinert?
Ground ball right back to the box. Vargas has it, pump fakes a couple of times, and throws out Prostasimo. Are you getting ready for another trivia question over there?
No, we're not going to ask people to do it. I'm just going to ask you, and you're going to tell me.
I'm going to attempt to tell you.
Because it's embarrassing when nobody tries to answer it.
Well, maybe it's a good thing that you stumped everybody. It means it was a good question.
Oh, that could be. Thanks, pal.
Glass half full.
Yeah.
First pitch to Matt Morris is in there on the outside corner. It's 1-0.
Mr. Positive Spin.
Morris backs out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Who does Steinert have the most wins against all time?
I'm going to say it's the team on the field right now, Hamilton West, those 77 that you were talking about.
Nope, that is tied for second with Princeton, 77 against both Princeton and Hamilton. Well, Tony Piscata got it right. Did you hear that, Jordan?
Yeah, he said Trenton High.
Trenton High, 98 wins against Trenton High.
Well, my next guess was going to be Nottingham, so I was going to be wrong twice.
Yeah, well, Nottingham's only been around since 82, so... Yeah, 98. They play him later this year on Willie Mays' birthday, as a matter of fact.
This one's bounced toward third. Lesperance has it go off his glove, I believe.
Yeah, it did.
It's going to be an infield hit from Morris.
Yep.
So he's 2 for 2 today, and here comes Nick Lepore.
Yeah, they beaten Princeton and Trenton, or Hamilton and Trenton 77 times, but Hamilton won 49 times. Princeton's only won 12 times.
So you said they're at 98 wins against Trenton?
Yeah.
So they're going to be looking for number 100 next year if everything goes right for the Spartans?
Yeah.
Well, Trenton's having a pretty good season.
Yeah, I mean, they are having a pretty good season. That's good to see. You like to see Trenton have, so many of their sports they struggle with, and it's nice to see one of those sports emerge.
Not basketball, however.
Well, no, basketball and football, they're usually pretty good. Soccer, they've been okay. Girls soccer, too, they've been starting to lift up a little bit. But, sports like field hockey and tennis and softball and those things, they've scuffled. And even baseball for a lot of years. So it's nice to see.
Well, I just looked up Trenton's record, and they're 6-6 Fish, 4-1 in the CVC Valley, so they're going for a Valley Division title.
Yeah, how about that?
They've alternated wins and losses every game this year. That one's fouled to the backstop by Lepore.
You're saying they lack consistency?
Loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. And their most recent game against Princeton last Wednesday is the only game that was decided by 1 run.
Wow. Okay.
In fact, of their 12 games, 10 of them have been decided by 5 or more.
Wow. So they're not drama. They don't have drama.
No, they do not, as Lepore sends it foul.
Lepore hanging tough.
Lots of foul balls today.
Yeah.
You seem so excited. I know that's one of your favorite plays, the foul ball.
Foul ball.
Count 0-2 on Nick Lepore. Matt Morris over there at first with 1 down in the bottom of the 3rd. And there it is again, Fish.
Yeah.
You're looking real excited, am I right?
Yeah, the 3-2 foul balls or the two strike foul balls. Nothing's being accomplished except another swing.
Well, I don't know. Back in the 1st, Stephen Wright fouled off a bunch of 2-strike pitches, and it led to the single.
No, I'm kidding.
He's setting it up.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, you're making the pitcher work.
This time the pitcher wins the battle, and Vargas collects his 2nd strikeout.
I just mean it doesn't alter the count at all, is all I meant. But, yeah, no. I mean, you admire a person that can keep battling and foul the balls off.
Marco Cambrone.
Here comes Marco Giambrone for his first at-bat. So Jason Fisher, he went down swinging in the 1st inning and then was removed. We don't exactly know why.
I think he looked at a 3rd strike, I thought. Wasn't that the
Oh,
one
yeah,
that
that's
just curved
correct.
over? Yeah.
I'm telling you, the score sheet's way too messy right now for the 3rd inning.
Hang in there, big guy.
You're going to have to correct me a bunch.
Nah.
Giambrone, the hitter, 1 for 19 this year. We all remember that one hit.
Yeah.
The inside the park home run on opening day. A swing and a miss.
And he's got to be frustrated because he thought he was going to help this team on the mound, and he's not because of his injury. So he really wants to make up for it at the plate, and it's been a struggle.
Ground ball out towards 2nd. Vergara's up with it, and he makes the play to end the inning. First time that Hamilton West holds Steinert off the board in a frame, and we'll go to the 4th, locked at 3. Here from Rich Giolella Field.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBSports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
We go to the 4th here from Steinert, all even at 3. And it's going to be 5, 6, and 7 due up for Hamilton West. Danny Vergara, Joaquin Gutierrez, and Noah Lesperance. Vergara, of course, was up at the end of last inning when A.J. Zuccarello got picked off. The second inning that ended on the base pads for Hamilton West. And that one's in there at the belt.
By the way, I gave you Steinert's record against Hamilton. I gave the record of this series, 77-49. That 49 wins by Hamilton is the most any team has against Steinert. So how about that?
You're just full of stats over there.
Yeah, the second most wins against Steinert is by Notre Dame with 43.
See, and I respect it. These are the stats that I like to look into.
I know. That's why I'm turning the tables.
Are you saying that I'm inspiring you?
Oh,
We're not quite.
Let's not get silly. No, I start looking at these things and I get fascinated. Any media guide.
Right back up the middle, and that's a base hit. So Vergara's 2 for 2 today, and he's aboard for Gutierrez.
Joaquin Gutierrez.
Yeah, I mean, I love looking at media guide. You know, the year by year and the record. And I think it's cool. When I used to cover Rutgers basketball, I'd start looking at that media guide, and I'd miss about 5 minutes worth of play. I always turn to the guy next to me. Who had that basket?
You were reading media guides before reading media guides was cool. Vargas up there to bunt.
Good
this
bunt.
one he gets down nicely. Mazzella's only going to have one play, and it's to first. Successful sacrifice. Vergara into scoring position. And now it'll be Noah Lesperance.
That was a real good bunt. Just push it down that first baseline. Nothing Mazzella could do but go to first. And, you know, that's what we said at the beginning of the game. When you're struggling, you got to manufacture runs. Got to grind them out.
Lesperance broke a 1 for 12 in his last at-bat with a single into right. And Mazzella spins, fakes the throw.
I think when Mazzella has somebody on base, he just is going to keep throwing until he picks them off. He wants to pick off every base runner there is.
That's how he's gotten 2 of his outs today, and nearly 3. And that one drops in for a called strike. Ever since the first inning, Mazzella's refound his location.
Yes, he has.
This one's bounced out to short. Another chance for Bacanico. And 2 are down.
He's got a pretty good curveball working right now.
Now batting number 9, Edwin Vargas.
Yeah, that breaking stuff has kept the hitters off balanced. And
Yeah.
it appeared, at least in the first inning, they were kind of sitting on the heater. And he started to mix his pitches a little bit more.
Yep, he's doing a really good job of it, too.
Edwin Vargas now the batter with a runner on 3rd and 2 down here in the top of the 4th.
Man, Vargas wants to make contact now.
He does, and he sends it over our heads.
Struck out last time up swinging, and he knows if he can just get a hit, get the team their lead back.
Vargas, a senior in his first season on varsity, looking for that first varsity hit. And that one's in there. It's 0-2. He's going to have to battle now if he wants to pick it up right here.
Just make contact. Nothing will happen at all if you don't make contact. Right, Jordan?
That's correct.
No, no
He
contact.
didn't make contact. Well, and something did happen. It's a strikeout.
Yeah.
That ends the inning here in the 4th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for Hamilton West. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Steinert looking to break the 3-3 tie.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBSports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
The Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. It's important for everybody to stay up to date on recommended vaccines, whether you or a loved one needs an annual flu shot, COVID-19 vaccine, or a pneumonia shot. Hamilton's Division of Health is ready to help. For more information, you could visit hamiltonnj.com/health. And now open in Hamilton, De Lorenzo's the Berg at 147 Sloan Avenue. De Lorenzo's the Berg, proud to be back in Hamilton, serving the highest quality pizza since 1938.
Leading off for the Spartans in the bottom of the fourth inning, number 28, J.J. Bucanico.
8-9-1 due up for Brian Gialella's Spartans. J.J. Bucanico, John Copera, and Dom DeFrancis. Bucanico's been busy out in the field today. Seems like every other ball's being hit to him over there at short. The count 1-0. Edwin Vargas, who's done a nice job since coming in relief. He's allowed just the one run in 2 2/3 innings.
Yeah, he came in with runners on first and second. One out. Got a pop out and a called third strike. And then, yeah, did give up the run on 2 singles. But the one was a infield single that may or may not have been an out. And then another single. But he has done a nice job. Hasn't been overpowering or anything like that. They're making contact, but still.
That one's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Yeah, none of the pitchers that we've seen today really overpowered the hitters with any of their stuff. Vargas, he's got 3 strikeouts. Mazzella, on the other hand, he's also got 3. Which for Mazzella is actually working ahead of his average. That one's in there. Bucanico thought he was going to be jogging down to first, but that looked pretty good from up here. Bucanico 0 for 1 today with a pop out. And he rips this one on the ground to third. One hop into the glove of L'Esperance. And the throw is high, but a good job by Lipset to come down on the bag. And there's one out.
He handled that very calmly. It was smoked, and he just sort of picked it nice. Got to come down a little with those throws.
John Copera now the batter. He's been stuck hitting ninth virtually all season, Fish. And he singled and reached third on an error, came around to score in the second inning.
Well, maybe he's just comfortable down there. He's hitting over 400. I know that conventional wisdom says you want your best hitters getting more at bats, and that makes sense. But I don't know. Maybe he just wants to stay down there.
And I wonder if part of the thinking as well is just having Copera being that table setter for the top of the lineup, because Dom DeFrancis is starting to swing the bat a little bit better. Stephen Wright had a hit today, and then Caden Hurley and Anthony Prostacimo have both been playing real well these last couple weeks.
Yeah.
That one's fisted to shortstop. Krupe takes it on a hop. And so a pair of one-hoppers to begin the bottom of the fourth, and they're quickly 2 away.
Krupe should have gone there.
Now batting number 10, Dom DeFrancis.
3 straight ground outs for Steinert. 1 to second base, 1 to third base, and now 1 to shortstop. Not that we root either way, but it'd be very funny to see DeFrancis hit one on the ground to first.
Yes. Would be, yeah.
And he won't. He sends it towards left. Chris Lockington in on a slide, and he makes the grab. Don't know if he had to slide for that one, but he'll take the out nonetheless, and it looks a little flashier when he goes back and watches the highlight.
That's right.
We'll go to the 5th inning, all even at 3 from Rich Gialella Field.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Today's game is brought to you as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. During National Crime Victims' Rights Week, we honor crime victims and survivors, recognize the professionals and volunteers who provide critical services to victims of crime, and raise awareness about crime victims' rights and resources. You can learn more by visiting mercercountyprosecutor.com. And Chris's Auto Body hopes you're enjoying today's game. They're just 20 short minutes away from Hamilton Township in Fairless Hills. They've been open over 60 years, operated by Hamiltonians with 3 convenient locations, Business Route 1, Fairless Hills, also in Lambertville and New Hope. Chris Lockington set to lead it off in the top of the 5th. We'll see if the bottom of this lineup can start something for Hamilton West.
That was that last top of the or bottom of the inning. First clean inning that nobody reached base at this game.
You and I have not seen a lot of those this year.
No, we haven't.
The clean inning.
No. And when the Flyers are playing, we encourage clean innings.
Count no balls and 2 strikes to Lockington. We got home just in time last week.
You did. I still got work to do when I get home.
Yeah, I'm able to go sit on my couch. Fish's job's never done. Even when you don't hear him, he's working in the shadows.
Never quite thought of it like that, but
1-2 on Lockington, who went down swinging back in the second. And Mazzella fans him once again. This time he got him looking. That's now 4 strikeouts for Mazzella, and all 4 of them have been to the 8 and 9 hole hitters. So the order flips over, and here comes Tyrone Krupe, 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out to shortstop. First pitch swinging, rips it, just foul. No need for the review that time.
Nope, we could see it.
We saw it last week, too.
Yeah, that was a need for a review there.
Krupe's been hitting the ball hard now. He sent one out to right in his first at-bat, hit one on the ground to shortstop with some good velocity in the second, and that one just missed what would have been a double. That one's upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Obviously, we don't have the official numbers, but has there been a 3-ball count for Mazzella since the first?
Wow.
That's I think, asking too much of our memory up here.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem it. I mean, he's been getting ahead of guys, and, you know, they haven't been running too many deep counts.
2-1 from Mazzella. Well, there you go. Now there has been. It's 3-1.
The Jordan jinx.
It's alive and well.
As
I think it's getting stronger.
As long as it's jinxing other people and not us here in the press box.
3-1 to Krupe. Hit foul, 3-2. The Jordan jinx has always been a thing throughout my broadcasting career.
Okay.
But I feel like this baseball season, it's gone up to another level.
I guess that could be good or bad. Depends on who you're jinxing.
3-2 is popped up. On the infield, now into foul territory, and it's going to be caught by Mazzella in fair territory. GM Brown was nowhere near that one. I thought he was going to be the one to put it away.
Well, I guess he saw Mazzella running over there, and he figured I better not plow into him.
How about this now, Fish? We've seen a pair of pop-outs to the pitchers in this game.
Yeah, that's a rarity.
Not something you see every day.
No. And in the major leagues, forget it. I guess there's an unwritten rule: no pitcher can catch a pop-up. They only let them catch the screaming line drives back at the mound.
Looked like the home plate umpire called time, and he called Brian Giolella out. Mazzella's he's flexing his right hand, it looks like. And he's kind of showing it to Giolella. You don't want to speculate, but maybe just a blister if he's just showing him his hand. Looks like he's going to stay in the game.
Yeah.
Or at least throw some warm-up tosses. Well, Brian Giolella and the home plate umpire are having a good laugh about it.
Sometimes coaches and umpires can get along.
Even Brian Giolella. Here's a roller to first base, up with it Giambrone, and that is a quick 1-2-3 inning for Frank Mazzella. He gave up 3 in the first and nothing since. It's time to stretch here in high school. We go to the bottom of the 5th on WBCB.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorne.com.
Okay.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. We've been even at 3 since the 2nd, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up for Steinert, Stephen Wright, Caden Hurley, Anthony Prostacimo. And so Wright will be the first batter to dig in. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run today.
And now Stephen Wright wasn't he the one that was batting 8th or 9th before, and then they moved him up?
Yeah, he was batting low in the lineup the first week of the season.
Yeah.
And he's been moved up to the 2-hole the last few weeks.
Yeah, when we were here for the Ewing game, he was batting 8th. And then he got moved up at the Heightstown game. They moved him up to 2nd. He's been there since.
Popped up into foul territory. Lip set over. He's got room, but he can't get it.
Well, I don't think he got a glove on it, did he? No
So glove. I guess no error, but
yeah, no
the wind has settled down. I'm not really sure what happened out there.
Sometimes that's a little tough when you're, as a first baseman, you're kind of going straight back. You're moving backwards, and you don't really have an angle on the ball. You're just kind of drifting back, and sometimes it's hard to get a gauge.
Count now 0-2 on Wright, who's looking to take advantage now of the misplay over there at first. And he rips it towards right center. That is down for a base hit. Stephen Wright, 2 for 3 today. And so he's aboard to lead off the 5th. And here comes Caden Hurley.
Caden Hurley.
That's 2 players with 2 hits now for the Spartans. Matt Morris with 2. Wright with 2. More importantly, that's a leadoff hit. That's the first one Steinert's gotten since they opened the game with a walk, or walking their half of the first inning on a walk.
That walk, of course, came around to score.
Yep. So much more you can do when you get that leadoff runner on.
Hurley sees a fastball and hits it foul off of third. And Krupe runs it down.
That is an excellent play. Krupe, I didn't think anybody had a shot at that. Krupe just took off, and I mean, he was running fast, and he got to it, made a sort of a basket catch there at the end. That was an A1 play right there.
The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Tyrone Krupe just proved that correct.
Yeah, and see, that's the difference between what that's the difference between what he did and what Lipsett was trying to do. He came over, coming over that way, you have a better angle on seeing the ball and everything, whereas Lipsett was kind of, oh, there goes a runner.
Pitch is hit foul.
I think that was a hit and run.
That was also Tyrone Krupe showing off the speed.
Yeah, I mean, he just exploded.
Comes in handy on the base paths, also in the field for the senior shortstop. Check on the runner at first, and Wright is back in standing. Stephen Wright out there at first base. He's been a run-scoring machine fish. He's now scored a run in 5 of his last 6 games, including today.
Yeah, and that's a good omen for Steinert when he gets on. Uh-oh.
Ground ball to second. Vergara boots it, and everybody's going to be safe.
Well, that's what happens when you're in a rush to turn the double play. You try to get the ball out and get it over quick, and you don't do the first main thing, and that's securing the ball. This is a tough inning for Vargas right now. A pop-up that could have been caught, and now an error that could have been a double play.
Running for the catcher at first base, number 15, Ben Nitty.
Ben Nitty now running for, who's he running for?
In there for Prostasimo.
Okay.
The first pitch here to Morris is bounced through the right side. That's a base hit. Wright gets the wave. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. Steinert takes the lead. It's 4-3.
Wow, he wasted little time on that one, did he?
And Matt Morris is now 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And he went out and ambushed that first pitch.
Yeah, he did. Have a day, Matt. And boy, that error really hurt. Because even if they didn't get the double play, they would have gotten a force at second.
And now it'll be Nick Lepore as Steinert looks to add on. They trailed 3-0 after the top of the first, and since then it's been all Spartans. And the hit and run here is going to work to perfection. Nitty will score without a throw. Spartans jumping on Vargas out there on the mound, and it's 5-3.
Yeah, you got to wonder if Vargas is a little let down. You know, the fielding behind him, not really what it should be. Sometimes that can affect a pitcher's psyche. Or, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Steinert's just starting to figure him out. It could have been that, too. I really, you don't know.
Ryan Cromwell has been announced as a pinch hitter for Marco Giambrone.
Cromwell's been having a really good year.
Number 14.
He's hitting over 300.
Yeah, Cromwell, he's been the main bat off the bench for Brian Giolello's squad. He's 4 for 11, which is 364.
Well, this is the time to put him in when you got runners in scoring position.
3 singles in this inning and the error out there at second base. And I know you can never assume a double play, but that ball from Prostasimo was hit right on the screws. And if Vergara came up with it over there at second.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they would have at least gotten one. They would have gotten the lead runner. You know, and so. Oh, yeah, it's 5-3, right?
5-3.
Yeah.
The scoreboard in our mind. The home plate umpire was making a mark in his score sheet as if there was a change, but I don't see any out there.
I don't either. Tony Piscotto going back to the old reliable, the Final Jeopardy theme song. Big at bat for Cromwell.
2 on, still only 1 down and 2 in here in the inning. And Cromwell takes the ball upstairs. Well, Steinert's hit their magic number. They're undefeated, 7-0, and they score 5 or more runs. The 1-0. That one in the same spot, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
7-0 when they've scored 5?
7-0.
So 0-6 when they score under 5.
That's correct.
That's a lightning quick mind by me, isn't it?
Lightning quick.
Mathematics.
2 to Cromwell is fouled off.
Had a good cut.
If Steinert in their wins this year, they're outscoring teams 59-35. In their losses, they're being outscored 49-8.
Jeez.
Offense isn't everything, but it's a lot. Slap towards shallow center, coming on Radoslavich, and he makes the grab. And now they're going to have the runner at second, Morris, doubled up. In fact, Radoslavich is going to take it to the bag himself. And it's the 8U double play.
Yeah, the old 8U. We see that a lot.
That ends the inning here in the 5th, but the Spartans do get 2 across. They jump on top 5-3. We'll go to the 6th here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Spring sports season is here, which means practices, games, tournaments, and a lot more time in the car. And with rising gas prices, those trips to the field can really add up. At Team Toyota, we're the MVP of MPG, with a huge selection of new and certified Toyota models, hybrid, electric, or gas. We've got the right option for you to drive. Plus, our award-winning service and collision centers will help keep you in the game. Team Toyota, ready for wherever the season takes you. Stop in today or visit teamlanghorn.com.
In the top of the 6th
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all in new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks, and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, or tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. And Discovery Camp grades 2nd through 8th, June 22nd through August 7th at the Hun School of Princeton. Students in those grades, 2nd through 8, can learn computer science skills in weekly camps targeted to their interests.
Ryan Cromwell will stay in the game at first base for Gian Brone. 3 different first basemen today for Steinert. You know, I don't know if Matt Morris forgot how many outs there were there or if he just thought that that ball was going to drop. Because for a minute it looked like a little flare that might kind of drop in, but Radoslavich did a great job of running it down and then just kept on running.
Counts no balls and a strike on Bobby Lipset.
That was a big way to end the inning because you didn't want to give up any of the Steinert. It was threatening to get more.
They get the 2, and now for Hamilton West, this has got to be the inning they're looking at to strike right back with the middle of their order due up. Lipset today, he's walked and come around to score and reached via an error in the 3rd, and he's down on strikes here to begin the 6th. That's the first strikeout of the day for Mazzella that is not of either the 8 or 9-hole hitter.
Right, yeah. Mazzella has just gotten stronger and stronger.
He threw that 8-inning complete game against Hopewell last week.
Yeah, he's a horse.
Now dealing with A.J. Zuccarello. First pitch swinging. It's a foul tip.
Took something off that.
Zuccarello 1 for 2 with the double. 2 RBIs back in the first. Mazzella's 0-1 is swung on and missed strike 2. He's got these hitters looking all sorts of off balance.
Yes.
That one's in the dirt.
Yeah, if he can, you're right, this is a big inning for Hamilton. If he can get through this inning unscathed, I think Steinert, Hamilton's going to really have their work cut out for him in that last inning.
Mazzella right now is making it difficult to choose who our player of the game would be if this score does hold. You got Matt Morris, who's 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs, including the go-ahead run. The go-ahead run batted in, that is. But Mazzella, if he's able to keep on cruising along, he's got a full count here to Zuccarello. And he sprays it foul to stay alive just off the end of the bat.
I'd be interested to know how many pitches Mazzella's thrown.
He threw 105 last week on, I believe it was Thursday against Hopewell.
I don't see anybody warming up down there in Steinert bullpen.
It's quiet out there and right. Another full count pitch. Hit hard but foul. Well foul. Look out, middle school.
And we hope that your car doesn't get hit, but if it does,
keep it going. You got it.
I forget.
He's trying to do. Chris is trying to do it without the script. Here, I got you.
If it does get dinged up, from broken windshields to dents or major auto body work, call Chris's Auto Body with 3 ground balls short.
Bacanico's got it.
Makes the
you
play.
start.
Chris's Auto Body with 3 convenient locations, including 212 Lincoln Highway, Business Route 1, Fairless Hills. Call 215-710-1080. That's Chris's Auto Body.
We should call the rest of the game like that, where we just, you go 3 or 4 words and I'll go 3 or 4 words.
That would keep it from getting monotonous.
Danny Vergara at the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles today. First pitch swinging, lines it to right. Lepore going after it, and he runs it down. It's a 1-2-3 inning out there on the mound for Frank Mazzella. He's set down 9 straight Hornets, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th with Steinert looking for some insurance on top 5-3.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half season ticket memberships as well as multi-game packs are on sale now for the 2026 season. And now open in Hamilton, DiLorenzo's The Berg, 147 Sloan Avenue. DiLorenzo's The Berg, proud to be back in Hamilton, serving the highest quality pizza since 1938. And don't forget, if you missed any of today's action, you could read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at trentonian.com. And today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Tommy Ditta pinch hitting for Steinert. In there for J.J. Bacanico to lead off the 6th. And he takes up and away, ball 1. Figure Bacanico's been busy enough through 6. They're going to let him sit the 7th out in the field.
Well, he might go back out. You know, this might just be a let him bat and then put Bacanico back in. I mean, he's been doing a pretty good job out there today.
That one's at the knees, a called strike to Ditta. Well, other than last inning where his defense didn't help him out, Edwin Vargas has been real solid out there on the bump.
Very solid. Very good job.
That's ripped up the middle of base hits, and Vargas had a duck to get out of the way of it.
Now batting.
Yeah. Tommy Ditta stored up a lot of energy there. Unleashed it on that hit.
Well, Ditta's seen his playing time decrease over the last couple of weeks. That was just his 3rd hit of the year. Now 3 for 18 is Ditta. So now John Copera. And for Vargas, not easy what he's been tasked to do. Came in with 1 out in the 1st inning with 2 on, and there were already 2 runs home. Got out of that. He's allowed 3 runs since. And not all of those are earned. Copera squares, gets it down. It's a nice one if it stays fair. Vargas has no play.
Yeah, I think his only, I don't know if that was going to go foul, but I think that was his only play.
It looked like it hit the lip of the grass there, but it was moving so slow that it probably wasn't even in the head of Vargas to let it try to roll foul.
Yeah, I agree. That's 2 hits for Copera.
Small ball continues to work to his advantage this season. And now Dom DeFrancis, who's made some good contact today. He's 1 for 2, and that one's high. Walked in the 1st, had the game-tying single in the 2nd, and then lined out to left in the 4th.
10 hits for the Spartans. Their offense continues to start to generate some stuff. They got sidetracked against Sun Hunter and Central, but
DeFrancis hits it to left again. This should be an easier play for Lockington, but he started back, and now it's going to fall in front of him. Has a play at 3rd, and it's cut off. It would have been close over there, but Krupe, I guess the typical single fielding instincts got in the way right there.
Yeah, I think they would have had him. I really do.
I agree.
But another hit for DeFrancis, his 2nd. And that one, you're right. He broke back. He would have had it if he'd have read it right off the bat, but broke back and then sort of slipped trying to come back in.
And the first pitch that Stephen Wright sees is hit foul. He's been doing the most of that, of all the foul ball damage that we've endured today.
Endured.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Spartans a chance with a big inning to put this thing out of reach. Up 5-3, and Wright flips it to right. Coming on is Gutierrez to make the grab. Runner from 3rd tags and scores. That's Tommy Ditta coming across the plate, and it's a 6-3 Steinert lead.
Nice day for Wright. Couple of hits, an RBI.
Now batting.
Here comes Caden Hurley to the dish.
Caden Hurley.
Spartans playing good ABC baseball today. They get them on, they get them over, and they get them in.
Well, and that's long been what Steinert has been known for, playing good fundamental baseball. And, you know, when Hamilton's going well, that's what they do too. Hamilton's been hurt by some shaky defense here today.
Spartans looking to make it 7 wins in their last 8 tries against Hamilton West and 11 in their last 12 here at home.
And how many in their history?
This would be number 78. Throwback to second. Man, Copera is way off the bag.
Yeah, Vargas needs to start throwing to the other opposite side of the bag. He keeps throwing away from the runner.
Runners on second, first, one down for Hurley.
He is, yeah.
They're going to get him here. No, wow. I guess Vergara didn't get the tag down in time because that throw beat him by a couple of steps.
Yeah, I don't know. The throw was up a little bit, so maybe he didn't get the tag down. But, yeah, that's where you got to start throwing the ball.
Copera is not getting much more conservative with that lead, as Hurley wants time. If he spins and throws and gets it there.
There you go, double steal.
And the throw down to second base is going to roll and into center field. It's cut off. Play at the plate, there won't be one. And Copera is able to come around to score, and it's getting a little ugly out there for Hamilton.
Yeah, I mean, kind of 4 misplays in the last 2 innings here have led to disaster. We got two errors and 2 balls in the air that probably should have been caught that weren't.
Spinning a throwback. DeFrancis is in. I guess the game plan there was just try to rattle Vargas enough and force Hamilton West to make a play in the field.
Well, it worked.
That one's down and away, ball 2.
I mean, when you're 8 and 9 hitters lead off with singles, you can do a lot of things.
Ball 1, rather. There was a lot of action without a pitch being thrown. Still just 1 down here in the 6th, and Hurley looks at a breaking ball that drops in.
You got to feel for Vargas. He's really pitched his guts out today.
And he right now is the pitcher on the losing end of this 7-3 score. On a 1-1, Hurley swings and misses. Snap throw to second is high. And they're saying batter interference.
Oh. All right.
And the teams are coming off. Was that the 3rd out?
Yeah.
There was a batter's interference and the strikeout.
Yeah.
Oh, and the strike. Okay.
Yeah. You got.
Well, we'll go to the 7th on WBCB in a 7-3 game.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community, Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. And a pair of camps going on at the Hun School of Princeton over the summer, grades K through 5, June 22nd through July 24th. Students will dive into the vibrant world of Spanish, and then the Summer Leadership Institute for grades 9 through 12, July 13th through the 31st. And now open in Hamilton is DiLorenzo's The Berg at 147 Sloan Avenue. Tyler DiLorenzo bringing in the homemade recipes of DiLorenzo's The Berg back to Hamilton, serving the highest quality pizzas since 1938.
I should go to that camp. Spanish was my worst subject in school. Junior high, high school, and college. I just kept having to take it. And boy, was I dumb in it.
No comprende?
No, that was the only thing I remembered, and I needed it in Cancun. They'd say something, I go, no comprende, pal.
Pal. Not amigo, just pal. Or amiga, depending on who you're talking to.
No, I wanted to get, some of that U.S. stuff in there. No comprende, pal. I could have called him Pally, like the Rat Pack.
Joaquin Gutierrez leading off the top of the 7th for Hamilton West as they face a 7-3 deficit, looking to avoid their first 3-game losing streak of the season.
Mazzella looked ready to go, and then he stopped.
Now he's set. And the first pitch here is fouled away.
He's given up 3 hits in the first inning. He has given up just 2 since. And
he's retired the last 9 that he has faced.
Yeah, he has not walked a batter since that first inning.
And Caden Hurley has a gear malfunction behind home plate.
Those 2 runs were big for Steinert in that bottom of the 6th because, 5-3, you feel like, all right, get a guy on, then we got the tying run at the plate. Now you got a really, really big hole to dig out of. Oh.
Breaking ball comes through the back door.
Well, he has just thrown that for strikes so consistently today.
That fastball misses 2-2. Winner of this game most likely takes 6th place in the Central Jersey Group 3 Power Points as down on strikes is Gutierrez for the first out. And that's now 10 in a row retired by Mazzella. Hamilton West came into this game 6th and Steinert came in 7th in what's a very tightly contested middle of what that bracket would be right now, as 6 through 13 are separated by 1.9 points coming into the day.
Yeah, it's kind of getting to be time to start looking at that stuff. Not only for the states, but for the CVC tournament.
And just to show how close it was, especially between these 2 teams, as this one's poked over towards second, and in fact it's going to be the first baseman, Ryan Cromwell, making the call and the catch for the second out. Steinert entered the day with 14.11 power points, or 14.12 if you round up. Hamilton West at 14.17.
Steinert also
foul.
Still in the hunt for that Colonial Division title as well. So was Hamilton, but this could hurt him. And, of course, the unofficial Joe Logue baseball trophy for Hamilton supremacy.
No balls and 2 strikes. So Steinert 1 strike away from their 5th win in their last 7 tries. And the Phantom Joe Logue trophy.
Well, maybe we'll call it the Joe O'Gorman trophy, just to be nice to Joe.
I'll tell him that on Thursday when I'm here with him against Robbinsville.
Are you sure he's going to be here?
Here's a ground ball towards third, scooped by Prostasimo, and he makes the play in time, and that ends the game. How about Frank Mazzella? 12 consecutive batters. He retires to finish this one off. He goes the distance, and he's going to be our Di Lorenzo's the Berg player of the game. Steinert wins this one 7-3, improving to 8-6. Hamilton West falls to 7-5. And what a day on the mound for Mazzella.
Absolutely. Frank Mazzella overcoming. That's a tough mindset. You have a rough first inning, and then you come back and just shut them down. Great job by Frank Mazzella. All right, see ya.
Have a good one, Fish. Fish, we're gonna see each other at the Phillies game tomorrow. How about that? Well, today's game on WBCB is brought to you by Team Toyota, the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Kessel Dermatology, the New Jersey Education Association, the Hamilton Township Animal Shelter, Saul Funeral Homes, the Trenton Thunder, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, DiLorenzo's The Berg, now in Hamilton, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Hun School of Princeton, Chris's Auto Body, the Trentonian, Hyundai of Trenton, Hamilton Township Education Association, and Haldeman Ford. Steinert wins this one 7-3. Frank Mazzella, our player of the game, goes the distance, 7 innings on the mound. He strikes out 6 in the win. One final time now from Rich Giolella Field for the entire crew. From our broadcast partner, Rich Fisher, Ethan Collins doing the camera work, and Brianne O'Neill running the stream. I'm Jordan Hirsch saying thank you for watching, and have a great night, everybody.